Hi boys and girls, it's Mrs. Bridges, and today we're going to talk about an animal, the penguin. Penguins are actually part of the birds group of vertebrates. So this article we're going to read together. You may have printed it from Schoology, it's on there. If not, that's your choice. You can read it on the computer that you're working on as well. So let's get started and talk about penguins. So penguins are one of the world's most interesting birds. They waddle when they walk and have flippers instead of wings. The bones in a penguin's flippers are heavier and more solid than those in the wings of a flying bird. This helps the penguin fly through the water. Okay, so not exactly flying like a bird, but they move quickly through the water. Let's underline, they have flippers instead of wings, and the flippers are heavier and more solid. All right, the penguin's black back and white front has an important function too, camouflage in the water. And if you remember, boys and girls, if you've ever heard of the word camouflage, that's the way they're colored on the outside can help them hide from predators. So, penguins blend in with the sea from above and with the sky from below. This makes it harder for predatory birds, leopard seals, sea lions, orcas, and sharks to see them. So we're going to say that they're camouflaged by their black and white front. Black back and white front. All right. Many people think all penguins live in the cold and ice of Antarctica. However, only 6 of the 17 species or types of penguins live in Antarctica. The others live in parts of New Zealand, Australia, South Africa, and South America, and on the Falkland and Galapagos Islands. Okay? So let's say the important thing here is that only 6 of 17 species of penguins live in Antarctica. That's a fun fact. I didn't know that either. All right. Let's talk about 2 of the penguin species, the emperor penguin of Antarctica and the Galapagos penguin of the Galapagos Islands. The emperor penguin is the world's largest penguin. Its oily outer feathers help keep it dry. Its dense, which is thick, inner down feathers and thick fat layer helps keep it warm. Emperor penguins also often huddle in groups to conserve heat. Okay, so the emperor penguin is the world's largest penguin. Oily outer feathers keep it dry, and inner feathers and fat keep it warm. Okay? A mother emperor penguin lays only 1 egg at a time. After the mother emperor penguin lays the egg, she travels to open sea to feed on fish, squid, and krill, which are shrimp-like ocean crustaceans. The father stays behind with the egg. He keeps it warm and protected by balancing it on his feet and covering it with feathered skin called a broad pouch. The mother returns 2 months later, regurgitates food, meaning she spits it back up, for the newly hatched chick, then stays with it while the father goes out to sea to feed. So this is interesting. The mother emperor penguin lays 1 egg at a time, and the father stays behind with that egg. The mother regurgitates food for the chick. So the mom and the dad emperor penguins take turns to stay with the new chick. The Galapagos penguin, let's go to this next page here. The Galapagos penguin is the other kind of penguin, so let's read about that. This one lives in an area much warmer than Antarctica. The Galapagos Islands are on the equator, 600 miles west of the South American country of Ecuador. This is as far north as any penguin lives in the wild. The Galapagos penguin is one of the smallest and also one of the most endangered of all penguins. It shares the Galapagos Islands with many other unusual animals, including the giant Galapagos tortoise and the blue-footed booby. Instead of having to stay warm, the Galapagos penguin must find ways to stay cool. The best way is to spend the heat of day in cool water currents, hunting small fish and krill. When a Galapagos penguin does get out of the water, it often spreads its flippers to cool off. It might also pant like a dog, and it shades its feet by standing with its body hunched forward. This has just been a peek at penguins. So to find out more, we're going to look at some penguins on a video that I've posted here, and it's from the zoo that Mrs. Bridges used to live near, called the Cincinnati Zoo. So I hope that you enjoyed the video here with our lesson on penguins, and that you watch the Cincinnati Zoo video on penguins. And then tomorrow we will do some questions about the penguin. Thanks a lot.